Hi everybody, Todd Teegarden with DEQ, and I was asked to do a brief overview of municipal wastewater treatment regulations, disposal regulations, and funding. It's a big topic for a short period of time, so I'll just be very brief. I work in the engineering bureau chief, 4 sections, subdivision section that works closely with counties, public water supply section, same, and the 2 state revolving loan programs that are engineers, and we fund water, wastewater systems. Our authorities and the treatment criteria for what we do as engineers is listed here. You've got water system regulations, circulars, and wastewater. DEQ2 is the big one that's being talked about here today. Treatment. Again, you got preliminary treatment, all depending on what the discharge regulations are for what you're proposing. There's on-sites, as Tom mentioned. We have in Montana majority lagoons because we're a small rural state. Facultative lagoons, some that discharge, some that don't. Aerated lagoons, and again, there's a lot of those. And then mechanical plants that you saw examples of what the folks are doing up here. From fixed films that used to be the top technology to BNRs, membranes, some of the things you're hearing about today. Who needs a wastewater discharge permit? I'm just going to hit very briefly. A few exceptions. Anybody that discharges from a point source into the waters of the state. Includes both surface and groundwater in Montana. We accepted delegated authority from EPA in 1972. We've got the Water Quality Act, obviously the MPDS program. With the Montana Water Quality Act, adopted the administrative rules hitting on water quality.
Just click over there.
And I just, again, list these generally. And some of those are the circles you saw on Tom's maps, the mixing zones. We looked at water quality standards, the non-DEG regulations that came into effect in '93. And we've got the water permitting, groundwater, stormwater, MPDS programs. From the discharge permit sections, you've got groundwater permits and surface water permits. Individual permits for some facilities, general permits for other general criteria. Groundwater permits, industrial operations that discharge to groundwater, and domestic greater than 5,000 gallons per day, you need a groundwater discharge permit. Surface water discharge permits, the individual, again, which is a lot of public systems that discharge to surface waters, and then general permits that had everything from combined animal feed operations, construction dewatering, and there's the further list there of stuff that DEQ reviews and approves and permits. The most common that might hit in this general area is the stormwater permit.
There you go.
Excuse me. Construction dewatering, domestic lagoons, which there aren't any up here, but again, we have quite a few of those in the state, and sand and gravel permits. Other type of systems, non-discharging, one is total containment. They hold the effluent, treat it via treatment mechanism, hold it for the entire year. Others are water reclamation and reuse facilities. That's what the folks around here do. And again, most common, spray and landscape irrigation, considering some of those factors. And just a few years ago, we expanded DEQ2 and added an Appendix B that adds a whole slew of reclamation type of projects for water treatment. And again, you have to treat to very high levels for some of them, others medium levels, based on where you want and what you're going to do with that effluent to protect water quality and public health. Briefly, we'll just hit on funding because I was asked to. The state has a water and wastewater solid waste action coordinating team called WASAC acronym. And we do everything from get together to put on workshops to try to fund projects for systems in the state. That'd be drinking water, wastewater, solid waste. State and federal grant programs, state and federal loan programs, obviously technical assistance services and optimization efforts that we're really trying to hit on at DEQ, trying to get our current systems to optimize and treat to a better level with minimal capital improvement. The two programs in our section of DEQ, co-administered by DNRC and DEQ, is the state revolving fund programs. Very effective programs for larger utilities, communities, cities, towns, county sewer and districts. We've done some projects in the Big Sky area, both water and wastewater. Other local governments, some private entities are eligible depending on which program and the act. The wastewater program came from the Clean Water Act, Safe Drinking Water Act, and the Drinking Water. So they have different eligibilities slightly. Ranking criteria is water quality impairment, water quality improvement, specific criteria, and readiness to proceed because we want to use the loan money. Just a quick example of where we do projects statewide, and you'll see we do quite a few in this Gallatin County area, and but spread our monies to all sizes of communities. We do fund some non-point source programs, ag improvements, trying to improve water quality and use more energy efficient projects. Drinking water ranking criteria is basically public health driven, and an example of some of the projects we've done in that program. And with that, I will be available for questions later.
Right. Thank you.